Welcome to my first solo exhibition, Square, here at Gallery Stepping. Since I was young, I actually enjoyed painting. When I was in grade 2, I joined the art club in our school, and my works were often placed beside the works of grade 5 and grade 6 students for other students to see. My teacher liked my works even though they were very simple, and growing up I just didn't have the courage or the means to pursue fine art as a formal study, but I did paint from time to time, and I actually studied some Chinese painting. But I painted in earnest during the pandemic because I had more chances to focus on myself, and I also had the courage to show some of the works that I made to some galleries. I used to work, I still do work as a curator, so I work a lot with really good artists, and this was a deterrent for me to show my works because I know there are so many more deserving artists out there. But the pandemic made me realize that if I don't go for this chance, I probably won't have a chance at all. I used to work with acrylic alone because you only need water and a brush and canvas to paint it, but I realized that I love working with materials that show the different properties of light. Light is an essential element in all of my work. The way it reacts to paint or other media such as acrylic paint, polyurethane paint, different types of varnishes, different types of acrylic media like iridescent medium, pearlescent medium, or even now resin. And sometimes I even play with traditional hand-woven textiles that give texture. So all of these things I try to explore in my work, and this gives me joy. Yes, I've started playing with resin. I call my creative works experiments actually because at the end of the day they're ways of discovering the properties of materials and how they react to light, how they change light, reflect light, refract light, or give it back to us in different ways. I'd love to explore sculpture in metal, in organic materials such as shell and sand and rock. I try to see how I could build it layer by layer. I try to see the composition, and when I have a clear image in my mind, that's when I paint directly on the canvas. But I allow the material to tell me where it wants to go. Sometimes I'd like to paint a very, very thin layer, but the paint would come out thick and it will change the entire thing, and it's okay. The painting, the final painting, is an interaction between what I felt, what I thought, and what the material wanted me to do. And then when things fall into place, that's when I realize that the work is over. This particular painting, I had a part-time painting. It took me around 2 to 3 years to finish it because when I started, it was a plain pink painting. I had to go through several revisions until I arrived at this particular result. Yes, I have experienced a lot of creative blocks, and when they do happen, I just take time, I let the material rest, and let my mind rest, and when I'm ready to face it again, sometimes there's a new inspiration that comes. Sometimes the material reacts in a certain way and it inspires me, and always it comes out good. Why do I say always? It doesn't always come out good right away, but with persistence, with time, it develops into something that finally I know it's okay, it's good. As an artist, I want to channel that feeling that I have that inspires me. But I don't have other goals per se. I do have a lot of wishes. Like I wished I would be able to paint a large painting, and a commission came along which asked me to make a 12-foot by 12-foot painting for a lobby. It happened, so I'm so grateful, and I still have other wishes like to be able to paint and show my works abroad, to be able to make some sculptures that I have in mind. Aside from the feelings that I experience and feel, I'm very, very blessed to have friends who are painters and sculptors themselves. And whenever I have doubt about my ability, they're the first to make me feel that whatever I do is valid and that it's okay. And for that, I'm so grateful.